Hello everyone! Welcome to our Bookish Obsessions. My name is Camilla. Today I will be sharing with you a review of the Precious Stone series, which includes Ruby Red, Sapphire Blue, and Emerald Green by Kirsten Gear. There's this booktuber called Why Mermaids. If you haven't seen her or checked her out, I recommend that you go do that. A link to her channel will be in the description below. She's pretty awesome. She does her book reviews in a certain format, and I'm gonna try that format out, maybe a little bit differently. I listened to most of this series on audiobook. Now hold on, before you say, Camilla, you know that audiobooks isn't actually reading, it's actually listening to a book. It's like a movie, but without any seeing. You know? I get it. But, I mean, I put it on my Goodreads list that I've read it, have taken in all the words of the author of the book. I know what the book's about. I can give it a rating. I felt like I read it. Anyway, back to the review. So, the genre is YA, and it's time traveling. So, I'm not sure if I want to put it into fantasy or sci-fi or historical fiction, because I think it's kind of a little bit of all of that. Because I don't think it's sci-fi, because we don't go into outer space. I think it's more of a fantasy thing, because I'd say that there's some magic going on. I don't know what you would call it. And I think there's historical fiction because they travel back in time. Brief summary or premise of the book. Ordinary teenager girl in modern day. In her family, there's a time-traveling gene. This gene only comes up every so often in certain generations. Her cousin's supposed to have the gene. Oh, well, she doesn't. The main character does. Later on in the series, we find out that there is this plot going on of they have to finish the circle, which includes taking blood from different time travelers. So they have to go track these time travelers down and then put the blood into this gadgety thing, and then something will happen. The character. There's Gwyneth Shepherd, or Gwen, who's the main character. We follow her point of view along the entire trilogy. There's also Charlotte, her cousin, who is the person who was supposed to have this time traveler gene but ends up not having it. There's Leslie, Gwen's best friend, who cannot time travel, but she's pretty awesome. She likes Googling things and doing research. Then there's Gideon, who is this fellow time traveler that Gwen has to work with, and a little bit of a love interest, maybe. What did I like about the series? I really liked the humor. Gwen's perspective is sometimes a little bit sarcastic. We see her insecurities about things. She has no training whatsoever. She gets shoved into this world where she has to perform certain duties. I also really liked the plot, and with time travel, there has to be certain rules. I actually really liked it. Time traveling is always interesting because if there's paradoxes, what's going to happen? Do I have to cause something? And it just goes on and on and on, and it's like, whoa, blows your mind. I really liked the characters. I didn't really like Gwen. I really like Leslie, her best friend. She reminds me of Hermione, and I love Hermione. She's one of my favorite characters of all times in any book series. Constantly, looking things up and researching and putting things together, and Gwen probably would not have survived time travel if it hadn't been for Leslie. Things I disliked about the series, especially in the first book, and it got a little bit better in the second or third, but especially in the first book, there wasn't a lot of descriptions of what was going on. There was descriptions of what was going on, but there wasn't a lot of descriptions of the time period. I kind of wanted a little bit more detail when she first time travels, or when they go into the different time zone, because unless you are a history buff, you wouldn't really know what it was like back then. Overall, for the first book, Ruby Red, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. For the second book, Sapphire Blue, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And for the third book, Emerald Green, I gave 4 out of 5 stars. Last book, I really enjoyed. I think it probably wasn't the best book out of them, but I liked it the most. It was a satisfying ending. I didn't want to let go because there could have been a lot more time traveling that I wanted to see from these characters and different adventures. These books are pretty short. The first book is about 300 pages, the second one's about 350, the third book is 440, 450 pages. So they get longer as they go, and the last one definitely gave us enough detail, and it closed out the story really well. Thanks guys, as always, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Leave a comment if you've read the series, if you like the series, if you like the way I did the review, or if there's anything else you wanted to hear from a book or series review from me, let me know. I am only half of the duo of the Bookish Obsession, the other half is Anna. Watch some of our other videos. We're still pretty new here. As always, thanks so much guys. Bye!